When was the last time you checked your phone? Not today, not this hour, I mean, right now. If your phone is within arm's reach, your brain already knows it, even if it's face down, even if it's on silent. And that's not an accident. Today we're talking about what really happens when you spend 3 hours a day on your screen. Not 10, not all day, just 3 hours. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. You don't need to be addicted for your brain to be damaged. You just need to be distracted, consistently, and most people are. This isn't an anti-phone rant. This isn't technology is evil. This is about understanding what your phone is doing to your brain, your body, your focus, your mood, and your future, and how to flip it from a liability into your most powerful asset. Because right now, if you're not intentional, you're killing your brain. Your phone is not the problem. Usage is. The 3-hour illusion. 3 hours doesn't sound that bad, right? An hour in the morning, some scrolling at lunch, a little at night. But your brain doesn't experience it as 3 hours. Your brain experiences it as hundreds of interruptions, hundreds of distractions. A notification here, a swipe there, a dopamine spike, a crash. Repeat. Every time you switch apps, your brain burns fuel. Every time you scroll, it anticipates reward. Every time you stop, it feels empty. This trains your brain to avoid boredom, crave stimulation, resist deep focus, feel restless without constant input. And over time, your baseline state becomes unease. Every second's invested scrolling shapes how your mind thinks and how fast you take action. You're not anxious because life is hard. You're anxious because your brain never rests. Let's talk about the brain and what 3 hours of scrolling does to it. Number 1, dopamine overload. Your phone is a dopamine machine. Likes, messages, videos, endless novelty. Dopamine isn't the pleasure chemical. It's the motivation chemical. When you flood it with easy hits, your brain recalibrates. That means real life feels boring. Hard tasks feel unbearable. Focus feels painful. Patience disappears. Reading a book feels impossible. Studying feels exhausting. Thinking deeply feels uncomfortable. Your brain isn't broken, it's overstimulated. 2, shrinking attention span. Every swipe trains your brain to expect something new in seconds. So when something doesn't change, your brain panics. That's why you reread the same sentence 5 times. You check your phone mid-conversation. You open apps without knowing why. Your brain is being trained for speed, not depth. And depth is where intelligence grows, creativity forms, confidence is built. No depth, no growth. 3, memory and thinking. Heavy screen use interferes with memory consolidation, critical thinking, mental clarity. Why? Because your brain needs quiet to process information. When you fill every empty moment with content, there's no integration, only consumption. You're informed, but not wise. Now let's talk about what people feel, but don't connect to their screens. Number 1, anxiety. Your nervous system was never meant to process hundreds of social comparisons, bad news from across the world, constant alerts. Your brain stays in low-grade fight or flight. You're not relaxed, you're just distracted. 2, depression and emotional numbness. Too much stimulation leads to emotional flattening. Things that used to excite you don't anymore. You feel meh about everything. That's not laziness, that's dopamine burnout. 3, loneliness. You're connected to everyone, but close to no one. Your brain can't substitute digital interaction for real presence. Likes don't regulate your nervous system. Eye contact does. Physical damage you don't notice. This isn't just mental. Sleep destruction. Screens at night delay melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Too much screens at night negatively affect your melatonin. It disrupts circadian rhythm, reduce sleep quality. You sleep, but don't recover. Posture and pain. Forward head posture, rounded shoulders, tight hips. Your body adapts to the shape you spend time in. Your phone is shaping you. Energy and fatigue. Your brain is tired from stimulation. Your body is tired from inactivity, so you feel exhausted even when you've done nothing. The right way to use your phone. Here's the key shift. Your phone should serve a purpose, not steal one. 1. Time box, don't dab. No random scrolling. Decide when, for how long, for what purpose. Example, I check social media from 6:30 to 7. Outside that, the app doesn't exist. 2. Kill notifications ruthlessly. Notifications hijack your brain. If it's not urgent, human, meaningful, it doesn't deserve access to your attention. 3. No screen first hour/last hour. Your brain needs calm mornings, quiet nights. What you do first and last shapes your entire day. 4. Replace, don't just remove. If you remove scrolling, add walking, reading, journaling, stretching, thinking. Otherwise, your brain rebels. Turning your phone into an asset. This is where everything flips. Your phone can be a university, a gym, a mentor, a business partner, if you use it intentionally. 1. Use it to build skills instead of consuming. Learn, practice, create courses, podcasts, tutorials. 1 hour a day compounds fast. 2. Create more than you consume. Post, write, record, teach. Creation restores dopamine balance. It makes you feel alive again. 3. Track your life. Use your phone to track habits, plan goals, reflect daily. Awareness creates change. 4. Curate your inputs. Unfollow what drains you. Follow what challenges you. Your mind becomes what it repeatedly sees. Your phone isn't evil, but unconscious use is. 3 hours a day doesn't sound deadly until you multiply it by years. Your attention is your life. What you give it to, you become. So the real question isn't, how much time do I spend on my phone? It's, who am I becoming because of it? Use your phone as a tool, not a leash, not a crutch, not a sedative. Because if you don't control your screen, it will control you. And slowly, quietly, you'll wake up one day and realize you didn't just lose time, you lost yourself. If you're inspired and motivated, please subscribe, like, and share.